21st century. We have global communications. We have applications of physics and linguistics and able to globally share them like never before. You know, radically different than when we had Sun Yat-sen, uh, Haile Selassie, Totoro Suzuki, and Judah Krishnamurti, Alan Watts. Alan Watts was talking a little bit differently than those guys. Um, those three guys were addressing religious linguistics that were corrupted by corporate greed and genocide operations. And they were very specific about it. Alan Watts was too. You know, he talks about the you're rotting prostate at 50 and you're retiring. He was talking a lot about that stuff too. But he was doing a lot of, the mind and the physics and the this and the that they tried to. It wasn't distracting Krishnamurti. Krishnamurti had to talk about what they wanted to talk about. They wouldn't let him talk publicly about what he wanted to talk about. Okay, none of them could talk extensively what they wanted to talk about publicly. Okay, they wouldn't be able to get it on camera. They wouldn't be able to get it on the air. They wouldn't be able to get it circulated. Okay, this is the first time in the history of the world that we've had a quote unquote messiah. Okay, that has a public forum to speak about what he needed to talk about and what he wanted to talk about. Remember, Judah Krishnamurti at Ritchie Valley, I want to talk about empathy and respect, right? And so he tried. He did. He was a wonderful human being. Oh gosh, I love him so much. I'm watching somebody drive through Saginaw, Michigan. I tell you, the hoods and the this and the living in the It shouldn't really be called a hood. It's a place where people live and are being extorted and exploited by clever and selfish, aggressive, violent people that are not intelligent at all. They're not intelligent. Okay, there's no love involved in competition. Most people that you have working in military installations, not just in the United States but out throughout the world, were raised grain video game addicts. Okay, most of them were strategy games for manipulation and conquest through numbers and manipulation and stuff, or a first person shooter. Okay, I knew that when I was in Sierra Vista and they were all playing the games and stuff. And I'm like, shit. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Okay, these people are addicted to success through competition and conquest, and they believe it's human nature, and they're very Nietzschean. The rules are put in place for the mediocre to hold back the exceptional and stuff like that. It's really crazy, and the way it's set up and the way these people are addicted to, like I told you guys, I live in this town, and people will pray to Jesus, and then I'll meet them at the store. And I'll basically say, we really need to stand up for the Lord's Prayer. If you can't do that, it's fucked up. Hey, don't talk that way around my wife. It's like you asked Jesus for money to go to Las Vegas and for money for your kids to go to school so they can be extortion, exploitation, success stories instead of stand up for the Lord's Prayer of me. What do you want me to say? Oh, you asked Jesus for death, murder, kill, fuck money. Okay. And the science geeks here collect that evidence, and then they have you run into me. We don't have random conversations in Las Cruces, especially when it comes to Earl. I love people. I hate shopping. Okay. I share, care, given accordance to need, built to last because life's eternal and grace is infinite. Infinite glory gave us natural laws for our loving eternity through holy covenants. Okay. It's not hard. Me and the girls, when I walked in and talked to it about loaves, it's. I'm not speaking outside of the vernacular of the everyday people. Let's say we're used to refer to as lay people, but just everyday people. I'm not talking out of the realm of their vernacular. There's been so much radical change from when I first started posting online in Sierra Vista in 2009 till now, 2026, and the way people can understand the logistics of linguistics of what I'm saying, and stuff. So it's radically different way than 2009 when I first started posting. I know another way I said 2019. I do that. I'm human. It happens, but the computer knows what I'm talking about. You guys have known what I'm talking about. That I started June in 2009, not 19. So, when I say something wrong, because I'm human, people understand what I'm talking about, and there's a lot of correction for the technology being able to go, okay, you do know he just misspoke there. Okay. He said that, but he meant that. Like Mom used to do, Well, Patrice, Oh, Patrice, shut up. And Granite, what's the matter, Patrice? She goes, sit there and go, I'm like, Mom just called me Jiggles me. And I'm like, she does it with me with Czar. And she goes, yeah, but Czar's a cat and Jiggles is a dog. And like, yeah, but Jiggles is a lot nicer than Czar because Czar can be a real asshole. Trying to make her feel better, No, just happens. Moms do that. Earl Job, Abe Trees, Valve, it happens. Jennifer Jordan, it's 8:45. I'm tired, right? The children and all that jazz, right? So, we got to go outside and move the water. We're watering the patio, and tomorrow I'll have to hit the flower beds out front. All right, there it is. Oh, it's beautiful. I got two plants here that are blooming, so I got to get them so the flowers are blooming there. So let's hit that for about 5 minutes, and then we'll start moving around to the trees and stuff. I had the air cooler of water in it, and put about, I think that one should be fine. I put about 4 gallons on the holly bush by the door, so it should be okay. So yeah, I figured that's what I'm going to do with that air conditioner, because it has a drain on the bottom. So I'm just going to take it and pull the plug on it, and every time I'm done using it, take it outside to the holly bush and open it up and water the plants in the planter. So I'll do that every time I use the air conditioner. I'll just take it out in the patio and open it up near the plants in the planter. I'll just do that. Get lots of water this summer if I use that thing. And then I can do the same thing if I use it out on the barn. So just take it and empty it out and let it, it dries out real quick. This is New Mexico. And so, and it's always in a dry place. It's always drying. So, I was born in Saginaw, Michigan. I grew up in a house in Saginaw Bay. My daddy was a poor, hard-working Saginaw fisherman. Too many times he came home with too little pay. I loved a girl, he loved a girl in Saginaw, Michigan. Saginaw, Michigan. The daughter of a wealthy, wealthy man. But he called me that son of a Saginaw fisherman. Not good enough to take his father's hand. That's a good ass tone. He's up there in Alaska digging around for gold. The crazy fool is looking for the gold I never found. Serves him right. No one here is missing him. Least of all the newlyweds of Saginaw, Michigan. It happens. Andrew McCarthy's mom on Joy Luck Club. That's a movie, and so is Saginaw, Michigan. But it does happen. It does happen that sometimes, people can lose their way, and their children, can sometimes be their salvation and get them, on the straight and narrow. A lot of times our children can be our salvation because, a lot of times we're very selfish, and then we have children, and then we realize that, it's not just about us, they were born to die, and we live eternally through faithfully loving one another. I've always known that. I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer, and I'm the Messiah. So I've always been that way since I was a little boy. As my life fulfilled prophecy and many documents they call religious documents. So yeah, lots of them. So I didn't know. I mean, I knew Jesus always told me, but I was When you're young and in love, when you listen to them when you're young, you're kind of like, yeah, okay. It's like Bill Cosby with, what's a cubic, And no, seriously, you really are. And you sit there and you listen with earnest, and they're amazing conversations because you're having a conversation with Jesus, and he's way more intelligent than any moron talking on TV, right? Even on In Search of and Believe It or Not or Nova on PBS and shit, right? So he's even more intelligent than that, and so you have the conversations, you take them seriously, but then you forget about it, and then you go, and you just sit there and go, okay, because he didn't say it's happening right now. He says it will happen, you know, and you go, okay, and you just go on with your life, and then you get so busy living your life, that he can't use you right now. And then when I told Brian Manwarn about it, he goes, "What's it like?" It's, well, basically, you only want to know what you need to know, and you only want to be in a position to know what you need to know when you can do something about it. So I didn't need to know what was happening with my life and what I could do about it when I had to be completely innocent and completely just doopy doopy doo, doopy doopy doo, like Nani going to the bowl with Yoshi going, Yoshi going, "Hi, I'm Peter's favorite. Have some food at the bowl, okay?" The other cats would run off and scared, and not Nani. She'd walk up, "Hi, how's it going? Hey, Yoshi. Boy, you're a big cat. I'd sure hate to piss you off. I'm gonna eat up my bowl." She used to do. She was the coolest dog ever. I loved my little Nani. I miss her. She was one of the cutest little poodles ever. Oh my gosh, she was so adorable. Amy rescued her because people were neglecting her and abusing her. So Amy brought her home, and then that became Peter's little project, And she was the sweetest poodle ever. She was the best Chef Boyardee baby cleaner and Taco Bell baby cleaner in the history of baby cleaners. You'd bring her in with car seat, and Natalie beating her, talking. And Natalie was the messiest eater in the history of the planet. She used to get, how did she get a Chef Boyardee in her diaper all the way up in her butt crack? How's she do? I don't know. Don't want to know. She would get it. It's in her ear. It's up. There's no Chef Boyardee up over her nose, is there? And she was the messiest eater on the planet in the history of the world. It's like, okay, I was sitting here the whole time. How did the spaghetti sauce get, when did she do that? She was hilarious. And so, yeah, but I bring her in the car chair and just set her down. She loved Nani. Nani, come up. Okay, 30 seconds flat. Baby's completely clean. You want to go get her some different kind of food and I'll clean her again? She was the cutest, old Nani. Yeah, she passed away a long time ago, but she was one of the, like Zeke, she was one of the cutest, sweetest little dogs. Oh, Patrick knew her. He liked her. Oh, yeah. Everybody that knew Nani liked Nani. I even think Yoshi liked Nani. Okay. This dog is so cool. She's not terrified of me like all the other animals. Okay. I'm a coon cat. I'm huge. I'm scary. Okay. I have an attitude. And Nani's like, "Hi, I'm Peter's favorite." That was hilarious. I wish we had these cameras that you. Oh, that is so funny. Yeah, I just want you to love it. Pets can be so cool. They can. They're adorable. They can be characters. I was telling Dad that too, because we have Sly and Messer were messy. Betsy isn't messy. She's one of the neatest cats you've ever seen. She keeps a neat, immaculate cat room and a neat cat. And the thing, once we clean it up, there's hardly any mess. A little bit of things with the burying the things in the cat box, but not bad. You go and clean that up. She doesn't bring burrs in. She gets dirty, though. I said, "You're not messy, but you're a dirty cat." I always tell her that, too, like Edgar G. Robinson. "You dirty cat, you dirty cat," right? Because she goes out and she rolls in the dirt, and then she comes and marks. That's how she marks you. She comes and sits on Dad's lap or sits on what he's writing. She does it all the time. Yeah, she's marking her territory. She's coming in, put her dirt on her butt and her womp. Yeah. She's a dirty cat. She say she's a female rapper. She's a super diva. She's an Academy Award winner, lifetime achievement cat. When she does her thing, 4th time, she finally decided she was coming in. It's like, okay. She's doing her thing, that's just my Betsy cat. I like her. Betsy Rossas. Yeah, she's a cutie. Okay, let's Just be careful with this hose. We don't want to beat up our plants. Come on. Here we go. And here we go again. Oh no, it's another bad Will Smith rap song. He'll fix himself. Well, he's just going to have to realize that Patrice Rushen and Bill Withers are just like, public domain. You don't need to pay your bills to live here. So, yeah. So it's, he's just got to understand. Okay, just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just you and I, right? And what was the other one he did? Oh, Forget Me Nots. Oh, I love Patrice Rushen. Oh, yeah, she's good. Sending you Forget Me Not. She was lyricist, composer, and singer. Want you to remember. She did all the work on that. I don't know if she did any of the instruments. I don't know if she was like Roberta Flack and piano, right? I can't tell you. But she was lyricist, composer, and vocalist. Yeah, Patrice Rushen. Little bitty tiny girl. Like Stephanie Mills size, pocket-sized carrier. Patrice Rushen. Anybody else like her? Okay. I'll have to go listen and see if she's got more. Randy Crawford is still one of my favorites. Yeah, I love Randy Crawford. But her material was very much 80s. And, I love Street Life, and I love, Wrap You Up, and that was a very good album. I had that album. And her version of Takes Every Kind of People, bump, 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 bump. But, I wish she could have done an album with, I wish it was popular than to do an album of standards and do some, like, Sarah Vaughan and some Nancy Wilson and some, Ella Fitzgerald tunes. Because I loved Randy's voice. And Phoebe, I like Phoebe's voice too. But I like a lot of the bluesy type songs that I like. Phoebe wasn't popular because I think a lot of her songs were more poetic and they just weren't in style. But Phoebe Snow's good. Yeah, I like her. Yeah, there was a couple. I like Harpo's Blues, and I like I Don't Want the Night to End, and I didn't put them on there. I should, but we'll see. I got things to do. Don't expect my every thought to be of you, for I'm a man, and men have things to do. And I am the focal point of it's wrong to acquit the guilty and deny justice to the innocent there. Each child is a golden slate, that the truth of our faithful love will be written in them to free the soul from indoctrination, incarceration, intoxication, suicide, some says, right? So I believe in Muhammad. I believe in, there's a lot of things in the Quran that are very helpful in correcting a lot of the things that were turned into mythology in the Bible. And the same with, and so on and so on and so forth. And so once you eliminate, if it equates, accept it. If it doesn't, reject it. If you accept mythology as reality, you are a threat to your planet and species and are being targeted by video game programmers. Fortnite, first-person shooter, Assassin's Creed, so on, and so forth, Game of Thrones. So don't be, baby, don't be looking in my mind. Don't be doing that shit, right? It's time to stand up, get up, stand up for Lord's Prayer is perfect, deliverance from evil, right? So that's what y'all got to be doing. You can't do that? Man, I'm working overtime. But we'll get this one loaded. I gotta go in there. I've committed. Or I put my salts in the bath, so I gotta go in there and soak in the bathtub. I don't know how long this one's gonna take to load, but we shall see. But and I gotta get in there and get myself soaking. So I might just listen to some music after I get done waiting for this and finish watering the yard. I'm almost done. I got to get that plant, a rose bush, and let it soak in on my evergreen. I like my evergreen. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm being goofy. Love soft as an easy chair. Love fresh as the morning air. Love ageless and evergreen. Seldom seen by two. You and I We'll make each night a first, every day a new beginning. Spirits rise and the dance is unrehearsed. They warm and excite us. I'm choosing to do it in a little bit more Johnny Hartman style than Barbara Streisand, guys, because I am Barbara Streisand. You know what I'm saying? Well, I listened to his Send in the Clowns, and it's jazz piano and stuff. It's good, But I'm like, wow, that man's voice is really good. I really like him. Yeah. I have to get some more. I do have Charade, and I just dropped by to say hello, and I can't remember. I think I got another one too, but there's a lot, especially with John Coltrane, that I gotta get put up on that MP3 player. I really like Johnny Hartman. That man's voice is very rich, very deep. Yeah, it's a nice. Yeah. And so Johnny Hartman. I'm just being silly. Mary, Mary, quite contrary, Mary, Mary. But can you move your legs? Get down there, get down from there, old man, before you get your panda blown off. Carol Burnett show, Mary, Mary, quite contrary. There it is. Okay. You've never seen Snow White quite like this before. Okay, there it is. And then there's Broad. Yeah, I've seen that one too. That one's funny. Mary Poppins' sister, Penny Poppins. Okay. Oh, there's Mary Hartman. Okay. Oh, God, that was some funny stuff, though. Mary, Mary, quite contrary. Come down from there, old man, before you get your panda blown up. It's the whole show with Jim Neighbors. But can you move your legs? Them little crystals have stole my heart. Okay. Oh, it's a funny show. I'm going to let it play. I'm going to watch it and then... Oh, it's one of my favorite Carol Burnett show episodes. Yeah. It's good old Jim Neighbors. What is it? Go tell it on the mountain on Christmas Day. Yeah, good voice. Anybody else like Jim Neighbors? Really sings a good Christmas carol. Yeah, he do, man. On Christmas Day when Christ is born, go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Right, good voice. Yeah, good old Jim Neighbors. Okay. I love you guys very much. Stand up for the Lord's Prayer. If you can't do that, please stop asking. You're not asking Jesus. You're telling Jesus lies. You're basically don't, you ever heard a song by Gary Puckett and Ying Gap? Don't make promises that you can't tell me lies in your sleep. Do you think I'm not aware of what you're saying? Don't go on betraying. Right. Don't make promises. Why is this doing this? This is irritating me. Because when it shows it full screen, it's in really good. Then it goes to close up and then it backs out and stuff like that. I hope it doesn't do that. Oh, okay, never mind. They're joking around. Okay. It's part of the joke of this. I think it is. Okay. So I hope so, because if they do this the whole show, I'm like, that's gonna suck watching, him climb up in the sink and say, come down from there, old man, before you get your panda blown off, right? Okay. Love you all very much. I'm just gonna keep working on this. Yeah, it's wrong to acquit the guilty and deny justice to the innocent. The poor plead for mercy and the rich answer of insults, and the wealthy are fools who see their wealth as a high wall of safety. So past, present, future operate at the same time. So Solomon knew what he was doing, as far as being able to give us, perfect, humble understandings to help quantum computing, artificial general intelligence protect children from perpetual abuse through brain chemical addiction. So state your case, make you move before it's too late, having a real showdown. And this is not required. Okay, this is 2009, when they asked, just forgive debt and trespass, love on surface, it's not time yet. No, that's wrong. Okay. Yeah, but I understand I am dealing with brain chemical addicts And if they were capable of self-correcting, they would. So we'll just keep working and hope. Like I talked with the little girls, about robots being used to do things that are unhealthy for humans and a threat to human existence, but are necessary to maintain a good quality of life, like working in robots will be doing lithium battery recycling, processing certain things, waste, sewage, things like that, And that's what you should build a robot for. You shouldn't build a robot to make your dinner and babysit your kids while you're out fucking around trying to make money and manipulate people because you're a psychotic, insane dumbass. You should have a robot doing the work in the sewage system that will keep us all healthy and clean and distribute the stuff in a way that will, it's like me and that gentleman. He was so wonderful, sweet. He's from Silver City, working on the stuff that I talked to. And we talked for about 25, 30 minutes. It was, well, maybe 20. But we sat and talked, and he had a lot of wonderful things to say. And he told about how he almost died like many times and the things he'd been through. And it was very fascinating stories, that people share. And yeah, there's something wrong with this video. It's just, it keeps going in and out. It's weird. I don't know why. She swallowed the fly. Perhaps she'll die. I guess I won't watch it. Okay, let's go. There's the Wiggles. Let's. Good. We can turn this off. I'll talk to y'all later.